Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. And me and my son Nate, we're camping, hiking glaciers, exploring ice caves, fly fishing, and having a great time. I've traveled to the mountains of Juneau to camp in the deepest snow in Alaska. Sun is setting. We're gonna let it get properly dark, and me and the boys are gonna be doing some frogging.
How did a lawyer from Alaska build not one, but 2 YouTube channels with over 15 million subscribers, gaining over 100 million views in a month, all without selling his soul? Let's talk about it. Depending on the type of content you watch on YouTube, there's a very high chance you know who this guy is. Meet Luke Nichols, a lawyer from Anchorage, Alaska, who makes some of the most wholesome content on this platform, alongside Rebecca and his 3 sons, Tommy, Nate, and Jacob. But while most people got to know about Luke through the Outdoor Boys, his YouTube journey started way before that. The year was 2013. Luke had built a successful career as a criminal defense lawyer, was married to the love of his life, and then he discovered a little website called YouTube. And that was when he created his first YouTube channel called Catfish and Carp. The whole thing started as a hobby for Luke, giving him the opportunity to share his fishing adventures with the world, teaching people how to fish, and documenting his journey of building a loving family. You see, unlike many other creators who make similar content to Luke, this wasn't about the views or fame. Being one with nature wasn't an aesthetic for Luke. It was the lifestyle he grew up with. And here he was, sharing the same experiences with his kids the way his father and grandfather did with him. But success didn't come at the snap of a finger for Luke, with his earliest videos only gaining tens of thousands of views. That was until 2015, when people started to pay more attention to his channel, and some of his videos started gaining millions of views. And then Luke ran into a problem. You see, apart from the fishing content he shared on his channel, Luke also wanted to share some videos that didn't fit the theme of his channel, like his baby playing air guitar, or what kind of weapons you need to survive a zombie apocalypse. So he decided to separate those kinds of adventures from his usual kind of videos. And that was how the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel was born in 2015. Here he shared videos of him and his family, documenting his family life, like when his kid tried raw oysters for the first time, or when he went camping with the kids at Assateague National Seashore. His videos also featured the same homely and slow-paced feel that is extremely rare on YouTube, and not surprisingly, it resonated with millions of people worldwide. However, at the time, the growth of the channel was still not too crazy, with many of his videos gaining only hundreds of thousands of views, except for a few outliers like this one and this one. However, a few years later, it became quite normal for the Outdoor Boys to gain over 1 million views on every single upload, with some even gaining 18, 19, and even 32 million views. This wasn't your typical YouTube success story. This was something different. His content didn't feel like it was curated to appeal to the algorithm gods. He just looked like a man and his family, doing the things they loved and sharing it with the rest of the world. For a while, it seemed like the Outdoor Boys had reached the peak of their success. That was until December 2023, when a couple of people started reposting his content with the #OutdoorBoys, gaining over 40 million views and bringing a fresh new audience to his content. Fast forward to February 2024, and the channel gained 100 million views in a single month, becoming one of the most viewed channels in that month. While many may argue that ripping his content and posting them on fake TikTok pages isn't right, it definitely played a huge part in blowing him up. A lot of people who got to know about the Outdoor Boys found them through these videos, and many of them became lifelong fans. With every new adventure in the snow, in the jungle, or on the water, Luke's fan base only grew bigger and stronger. People were talking about him all over social media, praising him for never selling his soul for YouTube sponsorships, never trying to rip his fans off or take undue advantage of his popularity, and always staying true to the true spirit of his content. Luke's devotion to his family also shines through the screen. You can see it in the way he cares for his kids and his wife, and how he always looks out for them. Even with the fame and fortune, he still remained a regular guy, building sweet memories with his children, and standing as one of the few good examples left on the internet. Most people love Luke because he is genuine. There's no gimmicks, no clout chasing, and no grifting. Just a man trying to make his family happy and comfortable. Even though his channel had a little over 15 million subscribers, Outdoor Boys was still this little gem most people didn't know about. It was like a peaceful corner of YouTube, where people go to immerse themselves in the outdoor experience they really desire but can't have for themselves, like living their dreams through the eyes of Luke and his family. But every good thing must come to an end, and that end came on the 17th of May 2025, when Luke uploaded this video.
Hey everyone, this is gonna be my last video for a little while.
In this heartbreaking video, Luke explained how hard it is to keep up with the demands of being a YouTuber, especially with the late-night editings, packing and unpacking, camping in both safe and unsafe conditions, and going on dozens of adventures, even when he's not physically fit for it. And while he's grateful for the platform he's been able to build for the past 11 years, it was time to move on.
But it's been a tremendous adventure, and it's allowed me to provide for my family while making wonderful memories with my wife and kids. But even good things can be taken too far, and I think I'm starting to reach that point.
Apart from the time and energy that goes into the YouTube channel though, Luke also talked about how the attention he'd been getting has been affecting his regular life and family, especially with fans recognizing him in public and coming up to him for pictures and random conversations that can honestly be very overwhelming. Honestly, I have to say I have massive respect for Luke, to be honest, because it takes a lot of courage to walk away from fame. In a world where everybody is trying to gain some clout by any means necessary, it's rare to find someone who's basically blowing up all over the internet, choosing to walk away from all of that in order to focus on his family. However, it's not all heartbreaking news, as Luke also mentioned that he will now be helping his son, Tom, grow his YouTube channel, so we'll probably be seeing him on that channel from now on.
Now I know there's some of you out there who've gotten more than just entertainment from my videos. If you feel my videos have helped you in some way, then go out and find someone you can help. I'll see you guys later.